Executive Chairman, Bill Ford.
Well, hi everybody, and good evening. It's great to be with you, and it's great to see so many Ford families. Tonight we're proud to share with you an all-new vehicle. But this evening is about much more than that. It's about the importance of connections with each other and the world around us. When we say that Ford is a family company, we mean something that goes well beyond our nameplates. Simply put, Ford has survived and thrived because of our commitment to each other. Our family, our friends, and our colleagues. These are the ties that bring us together. It's what gives us the strength to accomplish great things, and these connections are our focus tonight. Almost 30 years ago, we planted a flag in the ground with the original Explorer. It represented a new way of thinking about our cars, our families, and the many unexpected places that both can take us. It marked a road less traveled, the desire to get out and to explore. And this spirit of exploration goes far back in my family. It started in 1915 with my two great-grandfathers, Henry Ford and Harvey Firestone. They'd pack up several cars every summer, and they'd set out on a cross-country camping trip to see America with their friends. Thomas Edison was a regular, as were a series of American presidents, and they called themselves the Vagabonds, and it became a regular summer outing. And they were among the first motorized road trippers and decided that every other American should be able to set out on the open road as well. From the beginning, the Explorer has captured this pioneering spirit, a spirit that's always been, and always will be, distinctly American. And that's what's made this vehicle the best-selling American SUV of all time, with almost 8 million vehicles sold. And while the spirit of Explorer has remained consistent, much has changed in the last 3 decades. New technologies are doing wonderful things to improve our lives, but at the same time, we're losing the close connection with nature and the outdoors that we once had. And that's why we want to help a new era of drivers embrace their wanderlust. For me and my family, exploring and playing in nature has always been our joy. From fishing trips with my sons out west, to spending time hiking and biking in northern Michigan, reconnect. It's a simple truth that it's easy to forget in the middle of our busy lives, that family and nature inspire us. So, with the launch of the new Explorer, we're making a statement that goes beyond the vehicle itself. At Ford, we believe in the freedom of movement and the power of the outdoors to remind us of our humanity. We believe that the time we spend together and the memories we create as friends and family give meaning to everything we do, just as they did for my great-grandfathers 100 years ago. Tonight, you'll meet the team that created the Explorer. They poured their heart and soul into designing the best family SUV ever, and I couldn't be more proud to represent them. This evening, we're going to take you on a journey. In fact, you could call it a kind of road trip, both through the past and into the future. Take a look.
I'm the launch manager for the Explorer, and this is my family. We had the opportunity to come work on a new assignment. That's what actually brought us here to Chicago and launch the new generation Explorer. We decided to actually pack everyone up and just drive back, and then we could also see part of the countryside.
Coping with kids and the 2 dogs. It was crazy. Of course it was crazy. Getting ready in the mornings, just throw the kids in the car in their pajamas. Who cares, you know? It's a long trip. It's a lot of hours.
We stopped at many different states along the way. We had fun playing with each other, doing games in the car.
They'll be fighting back there. You know, I'm throwing cookies back there so I can calm down. Did I help you driving? I don't even remember.
You drove a little bit.
Did I?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get in the same bed. We're all cuddled up, waiting for everybody to go to sleep so that we can just kind of start throwing kids to the other bed.
I think just being together and just getting through the moment together. The family, bonded really well and we enjoyed each other.
What I like most about being a mom and doing these trips, I think it's important for them to see different places and meet different people. You know, in a small space, you have to deal with each other, the good and the bad. You get to know people better.
My name is Tracy Affrenti, and I'm a sales manager at Walker Ford in Clearwater, Florida. My family and I have traveled since the kids were really little. We have always loved to make time to get away and enjoy family. We've been to San Francisco, San Diego, Big Sur. Some of our favorite memories are the scenes along the coast. We make as many stops as we can along the way to explore the different cliffs, and then of course the seals, watching them throwing the sand up on their backs and just laying there bathing in the sun is always a fun time. I think what's so special about the American road trip is that you're getting to connect with all your family members in a car, spending quality time, giggling, laughing. There's no outside sources to interrupt you. Memories that you can give your family that everybody's going to always have.
My name is Elizabeth Davidson. I'm a product development engineer for Ford Motor Company. My family has always been a really big fan of road trips. One spring break, my mom wanted to go to Florida and my dad had to work. My grandpa had just passed away the year before, so this was the first year that my grandma was there by herself the entire time. So I think we all really wanted to be there for her. I had just gotten my learner's permit and my mom felt confident that the three of us could make the trip down. On our way to Florida, I think we had just gotten through Kentucky. My mom started to get a little bit tired and asked that I take over the wheel. At that point, my only real practice with that car had been my dad teaching me how to park and me hitting a parked car in downtown Birmingham. I start looking behind me and I see a semi truck coming up really fast.
And that's when I said, floor it.
There I am, 14 years old, first time on the freeway, and I'm flooring it.
Oh, I knew you could do it. I trust you with my life.
That's one of those stories that my family and I look back on now and just laugh at, and everyone always jokes that that is the moment I learned how to drive.
I'm Sylvia Longmire, and I'm an accessible travel writer and travel agent. I was diagnosed in 2005 with multiple sclerosis, and 6 months later, I was medically retired from the Air Force as a captain. Getting the diagnosis, it was a roller coaster, both emotionally and psychologically. I had traveled quite a bit up until that point. Now that I have 2 kids, trying to get them into travel, road trips are definitely a way for us to have a good time as a family. When it came time for me to require the use of an accessible vehicle, the Veterans Administration provided me with a grant. They're the ones who told me about the adapted Ford Explorer, and I didn't even let them finish talking. I said, yes, that's what I want. The first trip that I took with my kids in the car was a road trip to North Carolina to visit a big indoor water park. I was really nervous preparing for the trip. My kids went crazy when they saw that I was able to get in that wheelchair and get in the pool with them. Look, Mommy, you're swimming just like us. The fact that I have the freedom to do things as a mother who can't walk, full-time wheelchair user with my children, and give them the same experience that any mother can give their kids is incredibly meaningful and important to me. Just because my 2 kids have a mom who can't walk, it doesn't mean that they should have any kind of thing missing from their life when it comes to vacation or travel. And having an accessible vehicle like the Ford Explorer gives me the freedom to enjoy vacations just like any other family.
In the news tonight, Americans failed to take 705 million vacation days last year.
Screen time is at an all-time high for Americans of all ages. 4 in 5 Americans don't think they've seen enough of their own country.
Dear America, I don't mean to sound harsh, but what I'm about to say needs to be said. See, we have money in our pockets, but it is time we put more sense in our heads. In 1990, Americans took 20 days of vacation each year. In 2018, Americans left more than half of their vacation days unclaimed. See, when I heard this, I thought about the family time lost, all of those experiences missed. But then I realized why. See, it is because we live in a country of myths. Dear America, one of those myths is hard work pays. Now, before you become enraged, let me explain. As with every myth, there is truth. Hard work should be praised. But did you know that people who take 11 more vacation days are more likely to receive a raise? So this myth that hard work pays is incorrect. It is hard work plus time off that equals success. Time off. See, when I was little, my parents would take time off each year to take us to the Grand Canyon. I was that annoying kid in the back seat always asking, "Are we there yet?" Out of control. By the way, thank you, Mom and Dad, for not leaving me on the side of the road. But see, as my parents grow old, I know they don't have many trips left. But the memories that we made together and the landscapes we saw are things I will never forget. So before your life flashes before your eyes, will your movie be worth watching? Will it be filled with scenes looking up at the night skies? Or looking down at your computer, exhausted? Will you regret the stories you never told? The memories that never happened, the past never explored because you didn't take the time to enjoy all that you worked so hard for? I'm just saying, be cautious. And remember, there has never been a deathbed regret that went, "You know, I wish I spent more time in the office." No. Because life, ladies and gentlemen, is all about experiences. Ask yourself, how many trips did you almost take? How many sights have you almost seen? How many moments have you lost thinking about the next one? Thinking that once you get this or get there, maybe that moment will be the best one. Dear America, we must reconnect with Mother Nature's grace before Father Time's expiration date. I'm not saying throw away your cell phones and start mailing out letters. You can keep your screens in 1080p, but know that when you open the doors to the real world, the resolution is better. See, the most precious thing we have in life is our experiences with our families. So let's make the most out of this precious time and make memories and explore America while we still can. Because when our lives are almost over, it won't matter how much money we made or hours we worked or times we got Employee of the Month. What will matter will be the memories we made, the hours we spent with those we loved, and were we Father of the Month, Mother of the Year, Friend of a Lifetime. So forget your New Year's resolution. Let's make a new life resolution to explore together with our families to as many places as we can. The more the merrier. You don't have to go far. This country has so many wondrous places. So from now on, let's take our full vacation and be present. Let's make the commitment today, right now, to reconnect, to get out and explore our America.
Executive Vice President, Jim Farley.
See the Ford team here. Isn't this what you would call a home field advantage? Fantastic. Thanks to the Ford family. And to be able to stand in front of you and talk about the all-new Ford Explorer can't be any better than that. If there's a heart and soul of Ford Motor Company, it's this vehicle. Don't you think so, Jim?
You betcha. Totally agree. Feels like home. You know, it really is. This, in so many ways, this Explorer is the pace car for a whole new utility lineup. It has a great heritage, no doubt. But more importantly, this vehicle is a beacon for our future and our business.
It sure is.
For a year, we've been talking about our big bet on utilities. And the new Expedition that's just out, fantastic start. Now we're going to be rolling out our highest volume utilities, and it starts with this vehicle, the Explorer.
That's a big advantage, the best one.
What a great place to start.
Yeah.
And we have great performance, as you'll hear about, incredible capability. We have an electrified model like we will on all of our utilities now.
Yeah.
And, you know, all of them are going to live up with towing, great off-road promise that this Explorer explains. And with more range on a single tank of fuel than ever before. And inside, there are thousands of thoughtful touches. A second-row seat that a child can activate and move forward with one hand. Cup holders that double as juice box holders. It's an SUV for families that is so smart in a way that we couldn't even imagine years ago. Think about using Alexa, speaking to Alexa to unlock your car, start the ignition. You can even read, the vehicle can even read speed limiting signs and actually react to them to save you a ticket.
Now, we never speed, you and I. Make sure the crowd knows.
Just in case.
Just in case.
It has rolling Wi-Fi hotspot for 10 people. Think about that. It really is a smart vehicle in a smart world.
And I love the way you say that because, you know, in a modern context, the Explorer connects us backwards to what Henry Ford was doing with the Model T. The idea back then of opening the highways to all mankind. A promise then that we delivered on when the Model T and the moving assembly line put the world on wheels. We introduced the Explorer nearly 30 years ago. I hate to tell you, this was Kathy Hackett's first love, was the Eddie Bauer edition back then.
What color?
It was, well, what would you think? It was blue. It was blue. And it was such a beautiful car. And now this is another watershed moment. It inspired people to expand their lives and get off the beaten path, as you heard in our album that we just toured. Helps to give people the freedom of movement that remains a North Star for humanity. Now with the power of artificial intelligence and connected vehicles, well, we have mobility technology that just, well, it's not just incrementally improving the old system, it's going to completely disrupt it. You know, our vision, as you said, is to build smart cars for a smart world. So we're working with cities and others on a design of really a better transportation system. And we're doing it by focusing on that human experience, just like Henry Ford did when he first set out to build a car for the masses. Well, today, I'm really excited to see how human-centered thinking is becoming ingrained in the Ford culture. We'll always begin with that center of following what the human wants, just like the team that I'm so proud of that's sitting up there that developed this new Explorer. Today's SUV buyers, you know, they still want a vehicle that can take them on family adventures and bring them closer together, but we know as they get in the vehicle, they also want technology that enables them in their active lives, without distracting them or getting in the way. When they get behind the wheel, they expect the vehicle to be as intelligent and as intuitive, of course, as their smartphone. Explorer can not only read speed limits, Jim, but it can also talk to the cloud. It senses the traffic around you. And with a smarter cruise control system that comes in handy in stop-and-go traffic. I tried this in LA. It was amazing how much stress just fell off your shoulders. And with the modem connection, we can continue to make Explorer smarter and smarter. It's just going to get better. Again, I'm so incredibly proud, Jim, of the team that works for you on this Explorer project.
I am too, Jim. The Explorer team is unique in that they've been together for a decade. Think about that. They've lived and breathed this vehicle. They've gained a deep understanding for the customers, respect for them. They've obsessed about all the small details from the customer's perspective. They went way beyond what we normally do as an industry with focus groups or traditional research.
That's really changing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what an opportunity. It really shows their commitment. They went online. They connected with SUV buyers on social media. They talked to people at gas stations, in parking lots, on the sidelines of the kids' games. We asked them to let us into their homes, the customers, so we could see how they actually lived, and most of all, how they actually used the vehicle. Early in the development, this is such a cool story. We actually, during Bring Your Child to Work Day at Ford, we introduced an early prototype for some of these families behind closed doors.
We threw some Cheerios on the floor just to make it look real.
And vacuum up afterwards.
Yeah, right.
But we learned a lot. And, you know, this is Ford at its best. You see it with F-150, with Mustang, and it's true of Explorer. We're obsessed about giving our customers what they want, but even cooler, what they don't even know they need. What they want most in an SUV like this is a vehicle that really represents their spirit and their attitude. You saw it in those films. They want styling that is, it's the most important purchase reason for an SUV.
Wow.
And they have to fall in love with the vehicle. The next big reason to buy for customers of the SUV is capability, as Jim said, even for people who never go off-road.
Yeah.
Now, changing the Explorer to a rear-wheel drive was a really big deal. It allows our designers to deliver those beautiful proportions, give that athletic stance for Explorer, and helped our engineers to do so much more. The best towing capacity we've ever had, off-road ability that you'll hear about. On top of all that, it gave the customer more room, more cargo room, and it makes Explorer even more versatile and comfortable.
So exciting, you know, your knowledge of the car business gets me so charged about this product. And when we pair what we've always known about vehicles with human-centered design, it means that every detail matters. Nothing is really taken for granted. Let me give you a small example that illustrates this. Again, I have 3 granddaughters, and I know what it's like when they get in the back of a vehicle and they're fighting over tablets. You know, who's going to watch what? There's no easy way for them to watch it all together, too, because of the way they're buckled up for safety. And of course, the parents, my daughter-in-law is trying to drive while the arguments are going on in that back seat, she's going to back me up. So we added, Jim, a small ledge in the back of the second row console that holds an iPad in place for third row viewing. I know it's just a nuanced thing, but imagine how my daughter-in-law feels when that argument's gone and the kids are so happy. It doesn't add any cost per se, but my goodness, does it add value.
Wow. And value is a big part of this story for Explorer. We want to give customers a much better SUV than a Land Rover, but we don't want to charge those kind of prices. A Ford needs to be a smart financial choice. For the new Explorer, the base price only went up a few $100s.
That's great news.
And, you know, that's a big deal in our industry when prices have been going up. And you know what you get standard? Copilot 360, it's a whole suite of driver assist technologies. A beautiful new 8-inch screen, standard on every model. It's got power lift gate, one of the most important features the customers told us about. LED lighting front and rear. I mean, there is so much more for just a few $100s. Today's Explorer is already the best-selling vehicle in its segment. Jim, just imagine when customers get to use this product.
We're going to get a lot of calls. People want to get moved up in priority here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. There's going to be no argument that this team's done a great job. The all-new Explorer offers all the capability, comfort, and roominess that made it America's favorite SUV and inspired millions of those family adventures. And now we're adding this smart, intuitive technology that's going to make it easier, and of course it's going to be more fun than ever to get out and explore our America without leaving our modern conveniences behind us. Now, to tell you more, another member of my team that I'm really proud of that put a lot of effort into this is Ford's Executive Vice President of Product Development, Hal Taitang. Hal?
Hello everyone, good evening. You just heard from Jim and Jim about the customer journey that our team took to really understand the needs of today's SUV customers. Now, I get to and an embedded modem. One of our main objectives with the Explorer was to help customers find a better balance between me time and we time. And we're thrilled to say with the new Explorer that it's packed with features that will help you break away from the screen and connect with families during those treasured moments. You'll love how the team designed an entirely new cabin and used smart technologies like noise cancellation to shut out unwanted road and wind noise so that you can carry on a conversation with your family and occupants in all 3 rows of the vehicle. The new Explorer is one of our quietest vehicles ever. Now, of course, anyone who's taken an 11-hour road trip like the one that my family takes to New York every holiday season knows that it's important to cater to everyone's needs. With the Explorer's in-car Wi-Fi system, you can connect up to 10 different devices. My wife and I can enjoy an audiobook up front, while our 2 daughters can stream a movie or listen to their favorite playlist in the back seats using their headphones. The front seats also have 5 different massage settings to help us arrive refreshed after a long day of driving. Together, these features help the new Explorer redefine the meaning of utility. It's not just about cargo space, capability, or performance. It's about providing the flexibility to fit every moment of our constantly changing lives. Our deep understanding of SUV owners and their wide-ranging needs enabled us to make this the best Explorer ever. Are you looking for a family SUV to help you tow your boat to the lake? Well, this new Explorer can tow up to 5,600 pounds when properly equipped. Searching for the ultimate SUV performance? We've got you covered there too. And we'll have a lot more news to share next Monday. Want to get off the beaten path? The new Explorer comes with superior off-roading chops. Thanks in part to the architecture, plus improved departure and approach angles. And the new Explorer also debuts Ford's reinvented terrain management system. It lets you select up to 7 different modes, so you can switch between snow to trail to sand with a simple turn of the dial. Our smart new available 12.3-inch digital cluster even changes the 3D appearance based on your driving mode. Now, how about everyday challenges? Like trying to get yourself and 6 young athletes to the game. You can't do that in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. You'll need a 3-row Explorer featuring easy entry, 2nd row seating, and a flat 2nd row console for easy access to the 3rd row. As you can see, the all-new Explorer delivers even more capability, roominess, and comfort that made the original a favorite for families all around the world. But we know that SUV owners also want to drive a stylish, athletic-looking vehicle, and they want a companion that helps them navigate their busy lives, plus provide a personal oasis where they can enjoy a little bit of solitude. Beyond a great driving experience, Explorer can help you stay connected and confident with new, smart technology. Want a command center that's as intuitive as your smartphone? Explorer comes with Ford's first 10.1-inch touchscreen. It works in concert with the 12.3-inch driver display to provide everyone with personalized information. It lets you swipe or pinch to zoom just like your phone or tablet. It also displays full-screen maps and connects you with your digital world through sync features. Need help managing your busy day? With Sync plus Alexa app and Sync, you can access Alexa skills on the road just like at home with your Amazon Echo. Have you ever left your house and think that you forgot to close your garage? Don't worry, you can do that on the road now. Just ask Alexa. How about when you want to enjoy some me time with your Explorer? With Sync, you can use AppLink, CarPlay, Android Auto, or Alexa to play your favorite tunes, and then pump them through a 980-watt B&O audio system with 14 speakers that surrounds you with immersive sound. Now, one of the best things about my job is the ability to introduce smart technologies to help make our customers safer and better drivers. Trying to change lanes on a busy freeway? The new Ford Co-Pilot 360 technology is there to help, with a blind spot detection system that uses radar to help detect vehicles in your blind spot. It also recognizes when you're towing and enlarges the blind spot to cover the trailers as well. How about when you're driving home in stop-and-go traffic at the end of a long day? Ford Co-Pilot 360 offers available intelligent adaptive cruise control that helps you maintain a safe distance in traffic by managing acceleration and braking to smoothly cruise at the speed and the following distance that you pre-select. It's even smart enough to adjust your speed automatically when the speed limit changes. We've referenced human-centered design several times. Let me give you one more example. On Explorer, we're introducing a lane centering feature that mimics human behavior. It detects the vehicle position and automatically makes steering adjustments to keep your Explorer centered in your lane. But it also moves your vehicle towards one side of the lane if it detects a large vehicle next to it, just like a human driver would. As you're winding through your neighborhood at the end of a long day, there's pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking and pedestrian protection. It uses radar and camera technology to scan the road ahead and can apply the brakes to reduce the risk of a collision with a slow or stopped vehicle. It even can detect pedestrians when they walk in front of the vehicle. And when you're backing up, there's a class-exclusive reverse brake assist feature, which can automatically apply the brakes to avoid a collision should something get in the way of the car. So, There you have it, the all-new Ford Explorer. It's smarter, roomier, more capable, more stylish, and it's the most efficient Explorer ever. We hope you enjoyed this sneak peek at what lies ahead, and we'll have plenty more to tell you about the rest of the Explorer lineup next week at the North American International Auto Show. And now, to close out tonight's event, please help me welcome back Jim Farley.
Almost 3 decades ago, Ford helped inspire a new sense of adventure with the launch of that original Explorer. It's time to reignite that spark. As Bill Ford said, our families deserve to spend less time looking at screens and more time seeing America together. It was this idea that drove our very special Explorer team. And we couldn't have ended up tonight here without recognizing the men and women who have put in such an incredible effort to bring this incredible vehicle to life. The team that has been working on our Explorer customers and this brand, many of which for nearly a decade, has helped make tonight possible. So can I ask the Explorer development team to please join me on stage? Well, we know that not all the team could be here tonight, but to the entire team, on behalf of Ford and all of our future owners, thank you and your families for your total commitment to Explorer. Of course, I can tell you from personal experience that these folks, well, they get the biggest reward when they start seeing these beautiful new Explorers on the road. And tonight, we're going to give adventurers across the country the opportunity to be one of the first to take the all-new Explorer on a special road trip. We want you to share a photo or a video of a special road trip. You would want to relive maybe something in the past, so please use hashtag RoadTripRewind on Instagram, Twitter,